Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to survive 1 hour outside.
My task today is simple enough. Stay outside for 1 hour. But this can prove difficult being outside in the freezing cold winter weather.
I'll be doing it with nothing but everything on me and myself, with no other cameraman. One of the first things you gotta do in surviving out in the winter Arctic by yourself is build yourself a hut. You gotta find good enough terrain to be able to keep yourself warm and cool, because surviving out an hour, even then within just 5 minutes, you could get hypothermic, and that's no fun. This looks like a good enough spot.
The good thing about the location I found is there's already a crevice in the ground, making it suitable enough for me to crawl in to escape the elements such as the coming wind blowing more snow into my direction, as well as keeping me warm and insulated. And it doesn't even need to have a big fancy design to it to fit my needs.
Well, that about does it. Let me show you guys what I've done here. Pretty much found a good recess in the ground where I was able to pretty much push all the snow out, blocking me from the wind and all the other elements that could be attacking me while I'm out here, keeping my warmth conserved and keeping me warm, which is what we want.
But the downside of being warm is you could be too warm, start sweating, and start losing your body fluids, which could also lead to hypothermia if not checked up.
And when you're out in the middle of cold, wearing nothing but a couple layers, nothing to eat or drink, you gotta get something. The only good thing about all this snow right here is snow is water once you heat it up, which is what I'm just about to do. Thankfully, being able to make water is not that hard, especially when the things you're able to carry with you is a small mess kit, a tea light, and some matches. The only thing is, I got nothing to elevate this over this to boil it, meaning I'm going to need to do some scavenging around. Good thing about being right outside your house is you can find so much stuff just laying around if you just look for it. And also, I always have my multi-tool with me, meaning I could take whatever I find and turn it into something I need. Just like this tuna can I just found, I can easily prop down the sides using my multi-tool and be able to keep the air constantly flowing to my flame so I can boil my water.
The only downside is lack of water is lack of energy to be able to cut up this tuna can and bend it into shape like I need. Thankfully, over time, I seem to manage and find a good enough technique that works for my needs.
Guys, I finished it. Have it so the sides are propped down, so I can put my tea light in there and keep it the flame aired so I can boil my water. Only one thing left to do: get some snow.
I decided to light my fire first, so when I finally retrieve all the snow I need, the fire will already be hot enough to hopefully melt it to my needs.
Aha! Yes! For getting snow, it's just taking pretty much the snow you have on top. Boom. Straighten it out. Boom. Soon enough, I could hopefully start heating up my water so I can make some hot chocolate. Another miracle about the mini packets is you could take them with you, meaning you can never be without hot chocolate, especially in winter climate like this. This wind's starting to pick up, so I think I'm gonna cuddle down, wait for my water to heat up, see if I could take a nap to last through the rest of this hour.
The upside to taking a nap during this is I'll be able to regain some energy, so when it comes time to do some kind of vigorous work, I'll be ready for it.
Alright everyone, so while the time-lapse camera was going on, which is my only camera at the moment, I decided that the tea light wasn't working, so I needed to start stacking up some twigs that I found over the tea light to make my fire. And once the fire is going big enough, I'm going to see if I can maybe use my tripod or something and just hold my water supply over the fire. And we'll see what goes on from there. Alright, so here's where I'm at. Got my fire going with my water supply hanging at the bottom of my tripod. So I gotta do all of my camera bits by hand right now. Still waiting for the water so I can make my hot chocolate latte. And so far the wind hasn't been too harsh. Seems to be going good. Well, let's face it. Our hour's pretty much up. I have no water. I got nothing but just some slush and stuff covered with ashes and stuff rising up from my pitiful fire that has completely died down, and I have no more fuel source for it, so I can't even light that. Hour seems to be just completely gone. So let's face it. Surviving in your backyard? Just stay inside. Watch some TV and make some hot cocoa from your microwave.
And so after packing up my stuff and taking care of my site, I go to head inside for some real hot chocolate.
And let's face it, don't take survival tips from me.